Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to another episode of the WWE 2K15 Universe Mode, and this, which is episode 9 for the WWF Attitude roster. Let's have a quick look at the card we've got for you tonight. We're going to start off with Edge and Christian taking on the British Bruisers, Lord Steven Regal and Fit Finlay. Diamond Dallas Page will take on John Bradshaw Leyfeild. CM Punk will take on Stone Cold Steve Austin in a submissions match. The Rock will take on Hollywood Hulk Hogan in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And our main event this evening will see The Undertaker take on the former WWF champion, Kurt Angle. So without further ado, let's get straight into our first match. As I just said, our first match will be Edge and Christian taking on the British Bruisers, Lord Steven Regal and Fit Finlay. And we are underway. We're going to start off with Edge and William Regal, or Lord Steven Regal, if you will, in the ring. Regal taking an early advantage. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, I will just fill you in. Our last episode was the King of the Ring pay-per-view. In that we did see Kurt Angle defend his WWF Championship in a Elimination Chamber match. It was finally Shawn Michaels who came out on top of that match. So Shawn Michaels is the new WWF Champion. Not here this evening, we believe. Took a bit of battering last Sunday as well, as all these guys did, really. We also saw Edge and Christian both part of the King of the Ring tournament. Both unlucky, though, as it was actually R-Truth that came out on top of that tournament, believe it or not. Against all the odds. Even the qualifier matches. The one person I did not expect to get there was R-Truth, and he actually won the entire competition. So R-Truth is owed an Intercontinental Championship match, which I think we'll probably save for the next pay-per-view next month. We saw the NWO, or the Outsiders, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall defend their tag team championships against Harlem Heat last week as well. Been quite a lot going on recently. I think most of our feuds ended as well at the King of the Ring pay-per-view, so hopefully we'll see some new feuds starting tonight. Something a little bit different, trying to vary up as much as we can. I put this match together mainly because I want to see Edge and Christian sort of build a bit on this in this universe mode. Probably one of the most legitimate teams I've got together so far. So it'd be nice to get them to do well. The British Bruisers, probably quite low stats, but have done very well in this universe mode. Although they have lost the championships, of course, to the Outsiders pretty early on. But yeah, they've done more than I thought they were going to. It's Christian just throwing Finlay over that top rope. Now bringing in his partner Edge. Finlay makes his way back onto the apron. Through the ropes into the ring. Edge is there waiting for him though. But Finlay reverses, using his power with that shoulder block. Going for the pin. Not even a 1 count in this situation. I have also had a bit of a jig around recently with a few of the rosters. I've only just, I know this is, I don't even know what day, it's June now, June 2015, and I've only just purchased the downloadable content, most of it anyway, so I've been trying to work some of that in. So you may see a few differences if you have watched any of the videos, that is. If you haven't watched any of the videos, then welcome to the channel. If you want to catch up with the results without watching all the videos, you can check out the description below, and there are links to a blog which I've been filling out of all the results for every show. And also in the description you'll find links to all the other playlists. I'm currently running 6 rosters on this universe mode, which are the current day roster, Global Force Wrestling, Ring of Honor. We have Throwback Thursdays, which is the Retro roster. This is the Attitude roster, and we also have CZW, which is due to be uploaded on Saturdays. So yeah, very, very varied universe mode I'm trying to run. I'm trying to cater to everybody as much as I can. I'm just hoping I can try and be entertaining enough. As Regal hits the hot tag, can Finlay? Nope. Nobody ever gets the hot tag on this game. It's absolutely impossible. It really is. I think in all the universe modes so far, we're into the 2nd month, and I've watched every single match as Finlay trying to get an unfair advantage using the ropes. Only a 1 count. Yeah, I've watched every single match in this universe mode so far, and I think I've only seen 2 hot tags actually work in the entire time. Do you think there's about 5 or 6? If you say there's 5 matches on each card, and we've got the full 28 events, so you're looking at 140 matches. You're looking at nearly 280 matches as soon as you finish the second month. 280 matches, and I've seen 2 hot tags actually be effective. There are some mechanics that seriously need looking at. As Edge has got this camel clutch locked in. Finlay makes his way to the ropes. Oh, Finlay with a quick roll up. Referee counting. Christian was distracted by Regal's Edge. Oh, they're going to go for the pinning combination. Thank you, Christian, for breaking that quickly. Many a times have I seen that pinning combination just get stuck in an endless paradigm. Just back and forth, back and forth. Edge with the jawbreaker. Boot to the stomach. Running at the rope, finally hits it. And a boot to the head of Finlay. Brings him back to his feet. Oh, and there's the slam from behind, almost grabbing the hair of Finlay to bring him down. God, it's hot in here. See, I have to record with all the windows shut because I live on a main road, and if I record with the windows open, all you can hear all day is cars and bikes going past. So I've had to shut all the windows, and it's absolutely boiling in here. But that's enough about me. Snapmare by Edge. Elbow drop by Edge as well. Edge trying to hit the hot tag. Is this time for the 3rd hot tag ever to work? Oh, Christian takes one down. Oh no. I thought Christian was going to be the 3rd person to complete the hot tag in my universe mode, but unluckily Regal was there to block him. Jawbreaker on Finlay by Christian. I think Finlay may have been busted open with that jawbreaker. He is, I can see blood. Edge across the ring. As Christian locks in the Impritia and hits it. Edge coming across, taking Regal off the apron. That's got to be all 2 and 3, and it is. Edge and Christian with the victory here over the British Bruisers. Great teamwork by Edge and Christian. That was a great suplex there by Regal as well. Tag team maneuver. I think this might have been back to front. I'm pretty sure that Edge is supposed to go for the spear and Christian with the clothesline, but and this was the end. This is where Finlay was busted open. This was the end. This was a fantastic teamwork here. As you see, Christian locks in the Impritia and hits it, and just as he does that, Edge comes steaming across the ring, cuts it off, of course it would do, and Edge took Regal off of the apron. Great victory for Edge and Christian. Like I say, I really want to try and push these up, the tag team rankings, as much as I can. As you can see there, Finlay is busted open from that. How he's busted open from a jawbreaker, I don't know. That's an interesting one. But yeah, I'd love to see Edge and Christian pushed up this rankings and really have a go at the championships. I hope you guys do as well. Let me know in the comments. If there's any other teams you'd like to see me push, again, just let me know in the comments and I'll try and work as much as I can. And match number 2 of the evening is Diamond Dallas Page taking on John Bradshaw Leyfeild. And we are underway. I can't stand JBL. I don't know why I booked him for this, but I stopped watching wrestling while JBL was the champion of SmackDown. There's just something about him that I just did not get on with at all. Plus, I hate superstars. I'm stuck in this bloody lingo now, WWE. I hate wrestlers whose finishing maneuvers are Impact, like Big Show's punch and Bradshaw's clothesline. Everyone on the roster hits clotheslines. What's so special about Bradshaw's? I never got that. But either way, he's here. Again, considering he was a champion for quite a long time at SmackDown, he's not got very high stats on this game. I think he's only about 84, 85. So I don't think he's going to compete on this roster at all, really, considering the likes of The Rock are up at 92, Austin's at 92, I think, as well. Shawn Michaels is at 95. I think Michaels is the highest ranked guy on this roster. But I'm sure we'll find somewhere for him. I'm considering trying to find a Ron Simmons core, or Farouk, if you will, and recreate the APA. I think they made the best bet for JBL, I think. Try to give him a bit more relevance in this roster. I did like the APA. It was just when Bradshaw went for this strange gimmick of a rich man in a in a limo. It just never worked with me. I didn't like it at all. But just on a quick personal note, actually, if any of you guys have watched any of my previous videos, could you just let me know in the comment section if you think the audio is better in this one? Because I bought a brand new microphone for 60 quid, and I just want to make sure that it is actually better. Because it was bloody expensive. Great discus clothesline there by DDP. And he's not going to get a pin off a clothesline, surely. 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. Just as I was complaining about the clotheslines of DDP. Oh, that was a neutralizer, wasn't it? This is Cesaro's finish with a neutralizer. DDP with a pin. 2, 3, and Diamond Dallas Page picks up the victory here against John Bradshaw Leyfeild. I'm not going to say I'm surprised with the victory, but stats are against DDP in this one. He's only ranked at an 80 on this game. I'm glad he won. I do really like DDP. I've tried his yoga as well. It's absolute torture. And there's I thought he was going to go for a pile driver, but dropped him forward into that neutralizer style move. And getting the pin for a 3 count. Great victory for Diamond Dallas Page. Again, like I said, I was not expecting it at all. I was expecting JBL to have a victorious debut here. But bonus, Diamond Dallas Page pulls out the victory. And match number 3 of the evening is going to see CM Punk take on Stone Cold Steve Austin in a submissions match. And we are underway with a match that many people have said over the past sort of 5-10 years they would love to have seen. However, with CM Punk leaving WWE and Austin's history for injuries, I don't think we are ever going to see this. However, that's why this game is great, because it gives you the opportunity to put these guys together. As Punk hits a lovely Hurricanrana on Austin. I mean, this is a submissions match. I'm assuming in a submissions match, Punk would probably have the advantage. He does have the Anaconda Vice in his arsenal. Austin, not sure what Austin has to offer in a submissions match. I'm sure he can improvise. I'm sure he's taken enough submissions over the years to have learnt a few. And now starting off by working the arm of CM Punk. But Punk using his abilities there to turn it around into a neckbreaker. He rolls Austin over and does the boot to the back. And again, the second boot to the back. Bringing Austin to his feet. And there's a back fist. Discus back fist. Now Punk leading with the strikes but missing one, and Austin takes advantage and hitting the Bulldog. Is Punk... Yeah, Austin has got Punk up. Stone Cold Steve Austin hits CM Punk with the Anaconda Vice, then rolled... the Go to Sleep. Then tried to roll him over into the Boston Crab. But Punk was too close to the rope, And Austin just powerbombing CM Punk. Stone Cold Steve Austin is bringing moves out that we've never seen from him before. The insult to CM Punk for Austin to hit Punk's finishing maneuver, the GTS. Punk is not going to be happy with that. Was it effective for Austin, or has he just really pissed Punk off? At the moment, it seems like the latter, as Punk bulldogging Austin, then picking him up and hitting him in the knee to the face. And now it looks like CM Punk might show Austin how it's supposed to be done. Picks him up on his shoulders. And there's the GTS. And now Punk rolling Austin over into the single leg Boston Crab. Austin's close to the ropes. Can he quite make it? Austin makes it to the ropes. It's a rope break. Punk tried the spin kick. And now Austin's just going back to his roots and just pinning Punk down and punching to the face. So Austin's going to go for the camel clutch. Punk is quite close to the ropes. He's managed to get an arm free and reaches the rope. Austin just throwing Punk on the top of his head. And now just attacking Punk in the corner. Lifts him onto the top turnbuckle. Is he thinking superplex here? No, he's not. He's thinking stunner out the corner. What's Austin got planned here? Willing Punk to his feet and hitting the stunner. Austin stunners CM Punk. And all of a sudden his hands get blurred. Went for the camel clutch again, but Punk's feet was underneath the ropes. Austin with a gut wrench. CM Punk has taken a lot of damage in this match so far, as he locks Austin up in the Tree of Woe. Oh, that seemed like quite a low blow, that. As Punk got in plan here. Oh, he hits the I've forgotten what that's called, but that's one of Low Key's finishers, that is. Now Punk with a springboard elbow. Missed it on Austin. Gives Austin a chance to lift Punk up. But Punk reverses into the X Factor. Brings Austin back to his feet. Punk's got him up on his shoulders. Looking for a second GTS. And hits it. But Austin manages to fight Punk off before Punk can lock in the submission. And there's the Fez press by Austin. Followed by the punches on the ground. Austin's going to go for another camel clutch, but again, just as CM Punk's so close to the ropes, and CM Punk makes it to the ropes. Surely these guys have got to get in the middle of the ring as Austin hits a second stunner on CM Punk. These two guys are absolutely demolishing each other. And there's a spiked DDT as well by Austin. Again, bringing Punk back to his feet. Punk reversing the powerbomb again into that arm drag. Punk going for the springboard elbow again, and he hits it this time. He's got Austin a bit more central in the ring, and now he rolls him over, but Austin fights his way back. Just a forearm to the back of the head of Punk by Austin. But Punk using his agility there to reversal out of that one, but again, Austin showing anything Punk can do, he can do better, reversing into that Russian leg sweep. Huge kick to the side of the head by Punk. Austin drops. What's Punk going for here? He's got him up in a suplex, drops him in that Falcon Arrow style. Punk on the top rope, hits the leg drop. He's signaling for a GTS. This will be the third GTS that Austin's taken in this match. He has him up. And hits it. He hits the third GTS. But again, Austin just fighting Punk off before Punk could lock in the submission hold. Both these guys taking an extreme amount of damage in this match. Punk takes another stunner. And I think that's actually busted Punk open. It has. You can see the blood just dripping from Punk's face. As Austin now locking in the camel clutch, but again, Punk's feet are underneath the rope. I don't think a submission match is really in both these guys' top 5 choices. Punk has the ability of the Anaconda Vice. We've not seen it locked in yet. As he hits another springboard elbow. Both these guys just seem to be trying to lock in the submissions while the other is just too close to the ropes. You think that's a simple thing to do. Punk, the scoop slam, running across with the leg drop as well. Again, bringing Austin back to his feet. Gets around the back. There's the backdrop. But Austin now fighting his way back to his feet. And Punk just picks him straight up. And there's another GTS. Another GTS. And Punk off the ropes with the elbow. Misses it. Austin's back up on his feet. And Austin hits the Bulldog. And now Austin signaling for the GTS as well. This will be the second time in the match that Austin has used the GTS. And there it is. But again, Punk is going to be too close to the ropes. Austin doesn't mind as he just kicks him low. Now you're going for the Boston Crab, but again, Punk is right underneath the rope. Come on, game. Use some AI. Pull him in the middle, then go for the submission. You do it with pins, why not with submissions? There's Austin with the Fez press. Now he's unlocking the submission. He tries to, but Punk's back up to his feet. See, Austin's hand there is covered in blood. That's a nice little effect. I've never noticed that before. From punching CM Punk repeatedly in the head, Austin's hand is bleeding. Russian leg sweep by Punk. He's going to go for the springboard elbow again. Hits it. You know what? I'm wondering if it's my fault, you know. I think I took the Anaconda Vice off Punk. I think I replaced it with the Pepsi Plunge. But either way, there's a full set of submissions in this game that he can use. He's attempted to lock in the camel clutch on a couple of occasions. Both these guys are just giving each other hell so far in this match. Austin with a stunner. Is Punk going to stay? Punk is not underneath the ropes. Come on, Austin, this is your chance to lock in a submission. He goes for the elbow to the back instead. And a second elbow to the back. Punk makes his way back to his feet. And picks Austin up into the GTS. I've lost count of how many GTSs. I know Austin's hit 2. I think Punk's hit about 4 now. As Punk goes to the top rope. Elbow to the back of Austin. You've got to go for the submission, surely, someone. Neck breaker by Punk. Bringing Austin back to his feet again. Irish whips him into the corner. Spins him round. And there's a knee to the face. And then the bulldog out. Come on, Punk. Austin, centre of the ring. Go for the submission. No, he brings him back to his nose. A knee to the face. And Punk is signaling for yet another GTS. And he has. He's got him up on his shoulders. And hits it again. And now Punk going for the single leg Boston Crab. And Austin's not that close to the ropes, but I think he's still going to make it. Austin makes it to the ropes. But at least we've had a genuine attempt now that was centralish of the ring. Punk has Austin in the corner. Austin fights out, hits that bulldog. Now it's Austin signaling for here. I think it might end up being the 84th stunner of the match, and it is. Stunner number 84. Well, it certainly feels like that. And again, he rolls him over and Punk's foot is underneath the ropes again. Come on, 2K. Sort out some of these mechanics. The artificial intelligence is terrible. Punk twisting the arm. Snapmare it into a very simple submission. Just bringing the arms back almost like a seated camel clutch. But Austin, after all the damage that Austin has taken, he's still fought out of that submission. Punk hitting a DDT. Bringing Austin back to his feet. Austin fighting his way away from Punk though. Into another Fez press. Punk is perfectly centre of the ring. As Austin went to lock in the camel clutch, but Punk reversed and rolled over. Punk has lost a lot of blood. But he's got Austin up for GTS number 94 of the match. And now the camel clutch. Austin finally taps. After CM Punk hit, I think it must be about 8 GTSs in this match. Austin finally taps out to the camel clutch. What an incredible match between these two. He just never wanted to end that match at all. But then again, I'm pretty sure that none of us want to end either. Two guys we've been really looking forward to seeing together in the ring for years now. And here's the final camel clutch. I didn't actually see Austin tap. He must have told the referee verbally that he gave up. CM Punk bloody faced. Worn and battered. But victorious, and that's all that matters to him. Match number 4 of the evening will be The Rock versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And we are underway. Hollywood Hulk Hogan. We haven't seen him much since he lost to Sting at the Backlash pay-per-view in a cage match, as Rock goes for the early roll-up pin. Not even a 1 count though against Hogan. We've not seen Hogan much. He did defeat Sting on Raw a couple of times. However, when it really got to the important match at the pay-per-view, it was a cage match as well. Sting came out victorious. The Rock has also not had the most successful time in this universe mode. He did start off, I believe, as the WWF Champion, lost it at the first pay-per-view Backlash to Kurt Angle, had the opportunity to regain it in the Elimination Chamber match. However, of course, Shawn Michaels came out of that match on top. Hogan with the clothesline there, now for the elbow. Yeah, both these guys will be looking to try and build their way up the rankings, as Hogan's looking for a weapon. Of course, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match, and it is no disqualification as well. No holds barred, basically. Hogan did manage to pull out a kendo stick, but Rock managed to take him out before Hogan had a chance to use it. It's a DDT, and the force of the Rock being DDT'd, his legs flipped over the top and took out that announce table. Now Hogan just attacking the Rock with a kendo stick. Rock manages to fight back though, and DDT's Hogan on the debris of that announce table. Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole having to stand now, as again the Rock just DDT's Hogan on the debris of that table. Spinebuster by the Rock on the outside. Gonna go for the pin here on Hogan. 1, 2, 3, and that is all. It was a quick win for the Rock, defeating Hogan. It was the 2 DDTs on the debris of the announcer that really finished it off. This is the DDT that broke the table. You see the Rock, he was spiked on the ground, and as his body flipped over the top, his legs and his lower back took out that announce table, and that was the final move that finished Hogan off. It was a spine buster on one of the broken panels of the table. Solid wood there. It was a very short match, but the Rock did take a hell of a beating from that kendo stick as well. So again, bruised and beaten. Victorious though. And again, not a very good night for Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Seeing that there on the floor still. The Rock celebrating with the millions and millions of his fans. And our main event this evening is going to be The Undertaker versus the former WWF Champion, Kurt Angle. And we are underway with our main event this evening. The Rock, that's The Undertaker. Undertaker used some very, not normal for him, sort of, wasn't so much a big boot, but just a kick to the side of the head, almost like a roundhouse kick to the side of the head of Angle. Angle with a German suplex on Undertaker. Angle will be looking to make sure he stays on the top of the list for the championship match at the next up-and-coming pay-per-view. Undertaker, of course, will be hoping for the victory here to knock Angle off that list and maybe put his own name up there instead. There's a Russian leg sweep by The Undertaker. If you did see the King of the Ring pay-per-view, you would have seen The Undertaker face off against Sting. And as he has done over previous weeks, pick up an easy victory. Undertaker now going for the... he's going for a swing on Kurt Angle. Interesting moveset on this Undertaker. This is one of the newer things I've brought in. I've downloaded an Undertaker Create a Wrestler. So I can move the other Undertaker to a different roster. However, I'm severely worried about the moveset on this. I've so far seen roundhouse kicks, a super kick, 2 Cesaro spins. If he busts out as a a 650 off the top rope as a finisher. We know there's definitely something wrong. It's Kurt Angle with a kick to the stomach, and now just following up on a grounded Taker in the corner. Going to go for the pin, but surely Taker's too close to the ropes, and he is. Angle with the strikes, but you don't want to get into a striking competition with the Undertaker. Taker now Irish whips Angle off the ropes. Brings him back into the hip toss. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Undertaker's got Angle by the throat. Picks him up. Slams him down hard with the choke slam. Could that be all? Goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and it is. The Undertaker defeats the previous WWF champion Kurt Angle here. And surely that's got to cement his name very close to the top of the list for that championship title shot. And there was a 3 count off the choke slam. On his Shawn Michaels, we were told that Shawn Michaels wasn't here tonight, but obviously he was, and he was backstage watching that match. And the Undertaker's willing him down to the ring. I think that could be the challenge there from the Undertaker to Shawn Michaels. What a fantastic feud that will be. But anyway, guys, that is the end of this episode of Friday Night Raw is War. Yeah, if you want to check out the description below, you'll see links to all of my other universe modes. Currently running 6 different rosters, so be sure to check them out. Also a link to the blogs, which will show you all the up-to-date results. So if you do want to watch an episode, but you don't want to watch the rest, you can get up to date and then watch that episode you want to watch. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I've been Shabby Gamer, and goodbye.